Hey y'all, it's Erica Plants for Gardening Under Influence LLC, where we teach you how to grow with what you got. And what we got today is a guest. Everybody eats ATL. And he's got some information to share with us about taking back our food system. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get him up here. Let's see. I hope everybody's all right. Eats. Okay. 1 second. Let's see. Why is this not letting me do this? 1 second. What? Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Everybody eats. How's everybody doing today? Where is DeAngelo? Hopefully he's in here. Let's see. Yeah, you can clearly tell that I usually am not on. Here we go. Social media, on Instagram, not for lives. I'm trying to get more active in it, and I hope you all are well. But I'm so hyped to talk to him. Hey, Shawn.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. How you feeling?
Feeling excellent, man.
Well, that's
Feeling
good. That's good. Okay, so we got the Uber questions out the way. How are you truly today? What's on your mind, sir? Who are you?
excellent. What's going on, y'all? My name is Shawn DeAngelo with Everybody Eats ATL. I am born and raised in the city of Atlanta, and I really care about our people. I really care about Black folks. I really care about all folks. I really care about us having that sense of agency, that sense of sovereignty when it first and foremost comes to our food systems. Um, and we have so many opportunities to do that in communities like you, which you show every single day. Much of your fans get to participate in that as well. But over here in the ASU Heights community, we have this fabulous opportunity in the city of Atlanta to create this food system that incorporates having a large farm that's Black founded right next to a Black grocery store that's also community owned and operated. And unfortunately, as we are working towards these plans, we have some hurdles that we got to get over. And some of those hurdles are farms, particularly sometimes in the nonprofit or grant sector, who kind of stand in the way of community truly having agency over not only their food systems, but their agency, their image, their story, their narrative. And a lot of times these particular things are portrayed by people who aren't rooted in community, but are just these nonprofit people. And I wanted to talk about it today because we have a situation going on in the city of Atlanta right now where we have some really great farmers.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people that get inspired to farm, not only because of people like yourself, people like me, but because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And everybody realizing that we need to grow our own food. So many people are inspiring to get in the community and really grow towards food systems. And there are ways that we can do that, but some of the ways that are getting in the way of a larger picture is something that we need to talk about today.
Listen, and they already in the comments saying speak, and please unpack the nonprofit industrial complex, because it's its own bureaucracy inside of bureaucracy with a figurehead and a baby mascot. Look at this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And overall, I just want people to understand, man, like we in America.
Yeah.
I used to say a prayer. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. You know what I'm saying? So wherever we at is where we're gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, if we're gonna be here, you know what I'm saying?
If we're gonna be
let's
here,
do the right thing.
have a good quality of
life.
life.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do the right thing. And as it relates to these nonprofits, again, I'm born and raised in the city of Atlanta. I have my own nonprofit.
What is
and
it?
It's called We Cycle Atlanta, and it gets youth on bicycles by teaching them what we call the WHEELS model, which is work ethics, health, economics, environment, leadership, and sustainability. And we have them earn bicycles and learn bicycles. And in return, they do community service in farms. If you've ever seen Killer Mike's Trigger Warning,
Uh-huh.
uh, the
My
first
son and me watched
episode,
it while he was homeschooled.
yeah, the first episode, that was me. I had hair then,
Shut
and that was
up.
my bicycle shop. Yeah, that was my bicycle shop. And so, ever since then, we have been working in our community with very community based models that are really working with kids, teaching them skills. And we've been working towards this building, and we have this organization called Truly Living Well. I'm gonna say their
And,
name.
and
I'm
say their
gonna say
name.
I'm gonna say their name. It's a nonprofit that works under more of a corporate uh, guise, and they they don't have any particular community members on their board. Uh,
So nobody who
they
looks
don't
like
have
you
anybody.
or lives like you, there's no requirement for that on that board? Can they
There,
be from the community or anything?
uh, there's I don't know what goes on
Yeah,
in
got
there.
you.
I just know that as it relates to the board,
Yeah.
it doesn't have any community
Mm,
members inside of the farm.
okay.
Of the on the board. It has historically not paid farmers, and it just recently let go of one of my good friends, Amico. Had been not only a great farmer who brought that community farm since the pandemic up to like a beautiful, flourishing farm. And he was one of the brothers that, outside of what they were trying to have him do, which is just make the farm look nice and presentable for corporations and stuff like that, he actually got out there and gave food to the
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? And they stopped paying him. They stopped paying so many farmers before them. So it's an organization that has been kind of in this community, getting major grant monies,
It's the first
using
man.
again, yeah, using our image.
Yeah.
Again, it's a black rand, and some of the people just aren't particularly from the community. They not like us.
Yeah.
They not like us, and they have particularly sabotaged our opportunity to purchase the grocery store in our community for the last 8 years, because they've been working with the corporations to again try to make the food system their thing instead of the community's thing. And the community is the people who did the research on food deserts, on food access. With the Choice Neighborhood, there's a document out there that I'll be sharing with you guys. It's called the Choice Neighborhood Food First document that we actually got a federal grant called the Choice Neighborhood Grant for $30 million that actually brought Truly Living Well to this community, and
Mm.
I was a part of that research. So we got this farm to our community only for them to sabotage our ultimate food hub plan of having a farm in here and a grocery store that's community owned and operated.
Mm.
And
It's devastating.
it's 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 not only devastating. And so when you see stories like Amico, or if you see any particular stories where you're dealing with African American communities and you're dealing with people who really truly have the opportunity to create sovereign food
Yeah.
systems, but you have these educated, not from um, I love people. I love people. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this for the record. But as it relates to the city of Atlanta, you know, a lot of people come into these major black states for the
Come
opportunity,
on.
right? And sometimes they don't care who they get that opportunity over.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people in the nonprofit sector, they're just these people who come into these native communities that are looking for an opportunity. They are educated.
Yeah.
They do know how to write a grant.
Yeah. It's the grant.
uh,
Right. Right.
they do know how to write a grant. And they will come into these communities and they will just be for the corporations and not particularly have a solid
Yeah.
footing in the community. But the corporations don't care about that.
Yeah.
They just care that they are on the screens and on the picture saying that they
And the
did
write
something.
offs are there, and we cut the ribbon when we needed to. That's it.
And so one of the bigger things as it relates to True Living Well, outside of them not having community representation on the board, outside of them historically not paying black farmers. Like, why are you a farm not paying black farms in the historic struggle that we have
And
have have?
and I want to frame that because the first thing you see when you go to the Truly Living Well website is first donations. And even after you click out of it, it pops up two more times. However, there's no events, even though the Eventbrite says it, but everywhere on it, it says they bring equity to fresh food. And I don't think that sounds like they're bringing any equity to any fresh food, in my opinion, especially if at the same time, where's the equity? You said it was an income, transportation, and the quality of the food. But if I'm the one putting my blood, sweat, and tears and love into the community, they're not getting it and I'm not getting payment. Where's their equity in that?
Um, there is no equity, and again, it's an op. It's a it's one of those very clear opportunities where you can say every black ain't
Yeah,
black.
yeah,
Everybody that say equity don't mean equity.
yeah.
It's just like it's just like the political jargon.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And when we were working towards actually building equity with the community in our grocery store, we were literally working towards giving community members and farmers shares of this grocery store, not just
Wow.
owning it outright.
So
You know what
kind of like
I'm
the
saying?
Detroit City Commons has right now, kind of. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
They broke
beautiful.
that up. They broke that up because they wanted to not only lead it themselves,
Yeah,
but they wanted to lead it with
we fixed it for y'all.
a a a Mayo ran
Yeah.
organization. They wanted to do it with a Mayo ran
Mm-hmm.
organization, and it broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we inspire so many people to get into this 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 movement. You know what I'm saying? I
Correct.
was once bright eyed, bushy
Yeah.
tail, and I'm still bright eyed, bushy
Right.
tail
You gotta have
because
hope.
I
It's nothing like even just planting things. It takes so much faith to know that you're gonna get this huge harvest from this tiny plant, this
you
tiny
gotta have
seed.
faith.
You gotta have
You
faith.
gotta have
Yeah.
faith. You got you gotta have faith. And so I'm still bright eyed, bushy tail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
When
just
I'm
like we
away.
talking about, yeah. But just like we saying, we got the seed analogy going, right?
Yeah.
Stuff finally coming to the surface.
Mm-hmm. Finally germinating, showing some leaves. Mm-hmm.
You know what
And
I'm saying? And and from where I stand, again, it's still very joyous because, it's giving me energy. Like, yo, we not only me, but we got to take our food systems back.
right,
Period.
right.
It's that
Period. The
time. Right? It's
person,
that
yeah.
time.
I say it all the time. The person who control your food controls you, and the person who controls your land controls you. If you're not in control of your food or your land, you're in a deficit already,
Hmm.
because that's affecting your health, your mental, your body, your spirit. Everything of that comes from that food. And
Hmm.
and so same thing. Like, yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm
And
gonna
it,
let you keep talking.
and as we bring in the seed to light and some of these things to light, again, it's the politics of it as well,
Hmm.
and you got to know who the players are. Like, you simply got to know that the nonprofits are
Yeah,
players, the politicians are
yeah.
players, uh, and we always know that the neighbors and the regular people are always the ones that are kind of just getting the information spoon fed to them or
Hmm.
whatever the case it may be. But again, on the ground, um, if you look at Everybody Eats ATL Instagram, you'll see that we create these mechanisms where we just riding through the community on a
Yeah,
bicycle, or we got the cart set up, you know what I'm saying, on the corner where everybody passing by, we making sure that they're getting the fresh food or whatever the case it may be. And it's not like we ain't getting money out there because
right.
that used to be a drug corner. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But we
yeah,
transformed that. We transformed that with the good energy of food, with the good energy of community, and drug dealers got to eat
right,
too. You know what I'm saying? So when we transform that community block into a healthy food, giving tacos, hot dogs, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and letting people know that, hey, we have an opportunity to get equity in our food system, man. Yeah, they buy into that. Yeah, they hungry for that.
yeah,
Yeah, the people are really hungry for that, and thus it being so organic. Sometimes, so people try to get in the way of that.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
do.
saying? And but at the same time, um, it may be the perfect time and simply to just make sure that we are taking our food systems back. Um, I really love Amico, man.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks what's happening
Can you tell us
to
what's
Amico,
happening?
but
What's
so
occurred lately? Hmm.
Amico is his brother who you know came to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Went through one of these agricultural programs, and these agricultural programs usually feed you into
And to
different types
them,
of jobs and plug
yeah,
you
I
in.
want to say
And so,
when I did the tour with him, it was like Georgia Organics or something. Yeah.
yeah, and so they'll plug you in with different nonprofits and sometimes even some jobs. So Amico got this job at Truly Living Well, or whatever the case it may be. And again, Truly Living Well just having this historic pattern of doing everything that will again manifest that I'm saying happened to Amico. I hope you're okay. Um,
I'm just having a serious allergic reaction. It's not
okay.
you. I'm listening.
Uh, so the brother had been literally over there for about 4, maybe 5 years, making this space look the most as beautiful as it has ever been. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And so he even grew his son up in this space. So it was very
Mm.
intimate, or whatever the case may be, as relates to bringing the community in, as relates to making it more beautiful for the community. And he was the farm manager at the time. Around last year, sometime they stopped paying this man. They
Last year.
stopped paying him. Yeah, yeah. So around last year, and maybe like a year and a half ago, they stopped paying this man, and it just compromised his whole livelihood. You
Yeah.
know, so you can imagine. And so I showed him, how to get out there and get the money on the streets
Yeah.
with
A
the
better
with the
way
vegetables. You know
to
what I'm
say
saying?
it.
Like
Yeah.
because that's what I know. That's what and when I say the community has an opportunity to do their own food system, I know
Yeah.
because we be out
Yeah.
there doing it. And so I was like, yo, let me show you how these nonprofits ain't teaching
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Come out here, give out some food, set up like this, and get your money. Don't be afraid of the people. The people are
The
with you.
people are really
They gonna love
with
these
you.
collard greens.
Yeah.
I promise you, bro. Promise you they're gonna love these collard greens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so he started getting more so involved with giving out food to the community and seeing how the food wasn't particularly going to the community. And he started doing stuff about that, and
Dang,
it
like
didn't
this.
mesh well with the
Hmm.
leadership. You know what I'm saying? And this is during the period when he was just trying to make some money for himself
Yeah.
and feed his family. You know what I'm saying? And so eventually, up until this day, they have been working to terminate his contract, and he is now moved out of that space because of not only how they've again stopped paying him, and during this year, he still had to stay on the farm and perform tasks as if he was the farm manager. They still sent volunteers to the farm from corporations,
It's
whatever that he had to
HR. We
manage and
have a
stuff
whole
like that.
nother.
You know what I'm
Look, it's
saying? You know what I'm saying?
HR. Tell him to call me.
I'm watching it. I stay in the community. I'm watching
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching this brother still, doing all this work for these people, and there's just a disrespect from this guy named James Harris, who's the board chair, and and throughout this year and a half, and throughout this last 2 years, they've been absent an executive director,
Mm.
and the former executive director, she left because I have a sense that she knew trouble was a brewing on the horizon. Um, and so she left, um, and it was just Amico there. And then they took the opportunity to the board chair James. He took the opportunity to seize
Yeah.
control of the entire organization and just start doing stuff his way.
So does he even have
And
quorum? Never mind. I'll look into it.
uh, uh, a lot of the people that a lot of the people that he is he a lot of the people that's on the board are handpicked by him. There are some new faces that I hope would do some of the right um, things, uh, and I have faith in that. But as it relates to what we're gonna do as a community, and what I'm gonna do as a native who wants to make sure that the people
Yeah.
eat, I know I'm about to go knock on some doors. We do have a petition. If you guys are listening out there,
Please.
we do have a petition. It's in my link in bio. You can remove James Harris as the board chair. All of these things that I'm saying that the TLW has been doing, it is in there, and it is official. It is what has been going on in our community as it relates to them sabotaging our food systems, working to take over our food systems, stealing our narratives as it relates to food deserts,
Yeah.
and just simply not communicating or engaging with the community at all. Yeah. And if that's going on in your community, say something, man. Like
You
we gotta, we
say
gotta, we gotta,
something.
we gotta get on these forums because it's just like we okay, first and foremost, we none of us are perfect.
Right.
Um I will say this as I've been talking about working towards solutions to get this man money when he not employed with them or getting money with them. Uh, I would hope that y'all would think that I'm solution oriented and
Right.
not
Just
just chatty.
complain. Yeah, no,
You know what
no.
I'm saying?
Look, you
You
ride
know
an
what I'm
ice cream bike with ice and
saying?
bring produce to people.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
bruh. Like,
Like I would hope that y'all think I ain't just chatty because I would like to think that and I will say that during these 2 years of trying to work with him to get money to make sure that the food is going out to the people, I've been working privately to try to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a meeting with them. But when I tell you disrespectful, when I tell you just disrespectful as it relates to um
but there's a whole nother way
not
to go about it, and we will definitely discuss that because there's other angles. Because everybody on the board is a figurehead for another representation of another company, and I wish they would like to know, especially in this current era and climate of food inflation, inequity, DEI being dismantled, and all that they would be donating and sitting on boards with this kind of representation that does not follow what their ethics and their motto is.
community engagement. It says, I think one of the taglines that says you went to the website. You said
Yeah,
one of the taglines is we grow
yeah,
communities.
yeah. Bring equity, fresh food. We grow communities, right? Yeah.
They don't
No.
even they don't even show their plans to the community.
Yeah, because you don't see anything. You don't hear anything about the board, anything else.
Like,
How would you know when the elections were to get on said board unless this is the immediate? Let me be quiet. I'm gonna do some research. How about that?
yeah, do a little research. And again, guys, if y'all out there, if y'all see this, my call to action for y'all is
Yes.
to sign that petition to remove James Harris. And again, if this is happening in your community, this is a time where we really have to be held accountable all around. You know what I'm saying? We have to know the people, the politics. We have to know the what's going on, and we have to admit what we did. I'm not a
Yeah.
perfect person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect person or whatever the case may be. But literally in our community, we have these opportunities to create something so beautiful. And if we're not talking about what's really going
Yeah.
on, so that we can move forward, guys, we I ain't trying to be in yesterday always.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm
more
trying to
than
move
that,
forward.
like I keep telling everybody, I've been resonating on when an elder dies, a library burns, right? And if you don't know your past, you're bound to repeat it. Well, we can't keep being quiet in the interim and then them not knowing what has occurred in the past and thinking, oh, this is a new fresh start. And no, we've done this 20 times and this is how it went each time. We do
Yeah,
have to share that information, especially in this era where we don't have as many newspapers, y'all. They're on websites, and then the websites and the newspapers are going under. This is going to be the least calculated and documented history and era of information ever. And so in this time, it's important that we talk to each other and we fortify our communities. Because just like Black Wall Street and everything else, if you don't got a fortification, it don't matter about the rest of it.
absolutely. Absolutely, and I'm glad that you said fortification because as it relates to my spirit, that's one of the top three words spiritually that's out there. You know what I'm saying? I would say
Yeah.
four: grace, faith, stewardship, and fortification.
Fortification's been my word all day today. I just
You
been
know what I'm
like
saying?
always.
Yes, yes. And as it relates to again those four words, again, grace, man. As it relates, to,
Yes.
we not perfect, and as it relates to just awareness, and to be able to say, hey, man, we not doing this right. You know what I'm saying? I wish truly living well. and if they still, after hearing this or seeing this, still have the spirit to say, look, we're not doing this right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's right there in our community. We want to work with it. It is our opportunity as
Yeah.
African Americans. You know what I'm saying? We want to, our ancestors want to see this happen.
They
So
do.
there is grace that our ancestors, that even our spirits have for this entire situation right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say that too, like for everybody who has misstepped, who hasn't sent the email, who hasn't knocked on the door with the community, who
Yeah.
hasn't given the food to the folks, whatever, you we still can turn around and make sure that that
Right.
food gets there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So even if James Harris don't get removed after the chair,
We
you know what I'm saying? I'm
can
saying to
circumvent
you
and
that,
find another way.
you know what I'm
There's
saying?
always another way.
And like James Harris, bro, like as a black man to black man, I'm looking in the camera right now saying to you, brother, like do right by us, man. Like so many farmers, so many community members have literally done put so many years into this farm, into this space, into this vision,
Right.
brother. And you are going about this the entire wrong way, but you are valuable, bro. You valuable. We see your brilliance
Yeah.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, bro, like it's still a way that we all can move forward, but we have to be more self-aware and be held accountable, bro. So again, we want to see truly living well because it was founded by us.
Yeah.
It's been kept going by us. You know what I'm saying? And we can keep it going. I
Yeah.
believe in us. You know what I'm saying? So there's grace still and an opportunity for everybody involved in this, and definitely for the people that's out there. Again, if this is happening in your community, yo, let's work on making true fortified food systems.
That's a word right there.
Ooh.
Fortify
In
your
our
food
community,
system.
for our
Fortified
families,
food system. Yeah.
fortified
Triple
food
F,
systems for
man.
our
Listen.
families,
Triple F
fortified food
food
systems
systems
for
for
our families.
yes. I love it.
Come on, equitable too. Throw
You
an
go ahead
EF in
and
there.
write that
Yeah,
down so you can put it on a shirt or something. We
you
gonna
know,
be wearing that
what
soon. We're gonna say it in the chant or something. Listen, I'm telling you right now, coming.
fortified food systems for our families. Fortified food systems for our families.
Hey,
Fortified food systems for our families.
hey.
Fortified food systems for our families. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, it's like that, man. It's like
Yeah.
that. And again, man, we trying to bring everybody in on this joy. Everybody
Yeah.
that want to be joyful, but again, you got to be held accountable. You got to be able to step in that light. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to
And you
step in
gotta
the light,
remove
like, all
the
right,
ego and
here
the
I am,
man.
here I
This is the
am.
piece of removing it.
Forgive
Yeah.
me of my trespasses, as folks on trespass against me. You know what I'm saying? We at this
Yeah.
intersection. What we gonna
Yeah.
do? We gonna barbecue. We gonna meal do. Let's barbecue,
Yeah.
man. It's Labor Day.
Yeah.
Let's barbecue, man.
Let's barbecue. And what I want you all to do, like he said, is go check his link. D'Angelo, tell me how to meet you, how to follow you.
Shawn, you can find that I guess on my Instagram right now. And everybody eats ATL. Everybody eats ATL is the movement. So please follow everybody eats ATL. I would really appreciate that follow. It's time for us to really again take back our food systems, take back our
Yeah.
humanity, take back our
Yeah.
families, take back our communities. You know what I'm saying? And
Take
do
back our
it in a way that's
kids.
feeding people. And again, the message is grace, faith, stewardship, and fortification. Every message around that can build a nation. Come on. Grace, faith,
Faith,
stewardship, and
stewardship, and
fortification.
fortification.
Every
Listen,
message around that can build a nation. Let's go.
look, let me write that down. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Come
Grace.
on. Come on. I'm trying. Like that's how we've been
No,
giving it
I'm
out to the community.
serious.
They trying to stop that. You can't
No,
stop that.
listen, you can't. Look, there's some things you can't do. Look, there's certain, like, whether you're biblical or not, there's certain rules in that first chapter where he says he made seed and it grow. Like if the soil is good, the seed is gonna always take root. It's just that's what it is. It knows the right climate, the right temperature, and all. But if the soil is good, it's gonna take root. And so let's plant
Absolutely.
these seeds. Let's get this grace, faith, stewardship, and fortification for the family in our nation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. 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 So yeah, man. Please support my brother Miko. Please support everybody East. We got a lot of stuff coming out for y'all. We're gonna be throwing a party for Miko for his going away because we
okay.
really do love him and appreciate him for the community. And you're going to be seeing us more so on the block, letting people know that that's the movement. You was asking like, what are the points? The
Yeah.
movement is, again, we're taking back our food system, and Ashview Heights is really one of these epicenters that you guys need to focus
Ashley
on as it relates
Heights.
to the community taking back its food system from nonprofits. And as it relates to that messaging of from nonprofits, again, like, bro,
It was
I
never
got a
a
nonprofit.
race.
There's a lane for all of this.
Yeah.
But when it's just like when you get that big head, when you educated, or because you got corporate
Yeah.
friends and you be going to garden parties, you get that big head and you be like, oh, this is how we should, like, bro.
Mhm.
Again, I appreciate your intellect,
Yeah.
but I was listening to Kanye West 2 words. He was like, fall back, ghetto people got this.
Yeah.
You
Look,
know what I'm saying?
listen, listen. Sometimes it's just too many steps with them anyway. So,
Come
like,
on, man. And we just trying to, yo, they gotta have meetings and get grants to get food across the street, bro. Why?
right.
How?
We already had the food and handed it out. Like pictures up on Instagram and all. Like, listen. And we're gonna follow up next week for that meeting again. There's nothing gonna be passed out though,
It's
and so
beautiful, man.
it's very much important, y'all. What I will tell y'all is you need to tap into different things. Start showing up at even your planning and developing meetings if you can. I'm telling
Yeah,
you right now, you'll learn things about taking back your food system. Check into your land banks in your area. Get into your extension courses. Like there's opportunities out here for you to help in one way or another. I don't care if right now all you do is speak to the kids at the bus stop as you walk by.
yeah,
Everybody is part of this community, and we do have to take back our food systems, our families. Like you said, all of it is important, but it only works if we all do it together, or at least you just buy in enough that you don't have to rock the boat to agree. Right now my phrase is, if I don't agree with what you're saying, or I know we're not going to argue, like I'll just say, that's an interesting perspective, I'll consider it, and I'm out. We don't always have to agree. We have to take the ego out of growing
mm,
any part of growing,
mm.
whether you're growing a community, you're growing a farm, or you're growing a homestead. You got to take the ego out of it. This is not a place for egos. And so I thank you for this opportunity. We will be in touch for Mind Your Urge podcast with Big Steel. I think Big Steel is going to get you on soon as well. We're going to do our best to help you out.
Yeah. Please, please, please. And again, we still have that opportunity in our community to have this farm because it's still, again, built on some giant shoulders of great black founders like Rashid Nuri. And there's been a lot of other great people that has come through it, you know what I'm saying? And so we still have that great opportunity to have that farm infrastructure right across the street from a grocery store that we can own equitably. And this grocery store is on the same block as an elementary school, and this block is a half a mile away from the Atlanta University Center.
Oh,
This is the
this is the
opportunity we have over here.
opportunity.
And
This
so
is
this is
it.
why this is so important. That's why I thank y'all for bringing me on today because I want to show more people like this is what all communities can look like when we given true equity in the food that we eat.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, it's been great talking to you tonight. Y'all go ahead, click his link, go ahead and sign that petition. And if you're unsure, go do your own due diligence. But Amico has been covering it on his. I'm gonna put him somewhere in here when I go and edit the post so that you can follow him and documenting it from the inside. This is another perspective, but it's the community and it's the full photos picture we want. So go ahead, do your research, but when in doubt, go ahead and sign that petition and go with what you feel. We need the community to be for us, okay? By us,
Yes,
like
sir.
FUBU. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
For community by community. Let's get
Yes.
it.